it's Charles Folkart, May 20th, 2017. I welcome all of you. I appreciate those of you who subscribe to this channel, and I especially appreciate and thank those of you who support this channel. Despite what some of you people think, it does cost to produce these videos, and I'm happy to do my share. And there are those of you who also share in this work. And again, I do thank you. I want to get right to it. I put Nathaniel Kapner in the same category as a used car salesman who's got a good rep for being honest, but he's not 100% honest. Okay, he tells you enough of the truth about the car to get you to buy it, but he leaves out important parts like, well, when the owner brought it in, we discovered that he let it run out of water and it overheated. That's why he wants it. That's why we bought it, and that's why it's on this lot. And we're waiting for the next guy to come around to buy it from us. Meanwhile, we're making money. Or we check the dipstick. Now, this is what he's not telling you about this car. He tells you all the other flaws. He tells you all the other problems with the car except the two most important ones, and that there was no oil showing on the dipstick when they brought the car in. It probably needs new bearings, everything inside. It's probably no good. They put some oil in there hoping it'll hold up for a while, but you're going to buy a lemon. This is what Kapner does. He doesn't tell you all the truth. What truth? He hammers the Jews in Israel, the Zionists, the Wall Streeters. He hammers them, but the real Jews who control things in Rome never says a word. In fact, he says that the Jesuits have absolutely no influence in world affairs today, and we've shown that to be an outright lie. Okay, so if you've given money to Kapner, and you wish you hadn't, contact me at my email here below, and I tell you what I've got in mind. And especially if you live here in Montana. Okay? So, but before we leave the topic of Kapner, let's go on to one other point. I'm at my Kapner playlist, you shills. There's 29 other videos. Don't jump into this one in the middle of it and think you know what you're talking about until you watch the other videos. This is not a baseball game where you can come in the middle of the inning and you can look at the score and you can see who's winning. That's not how it works here. I want to ask you a question. How much tax-free income, how much tax-free revenue did Nathaniel bring in? And let's pick a year for the Form 990 in 2012. Let's just pick a year. Do you think it was less than 10,000, more than 10,000, but less than 50,000, more than 50, but less than 100, or more than 100,000? Now remember, Kapner on his Form 990 for 2012 for fiscal year 2011, he said he had $42,000 worth of travel, $43,351 of travel expenses. That's $3,500 a month, $880 a week. Now, he's telling you that he's going to do certain things in exchange for the money that you send him tax-free, and I'm suggesting to you that he's not doing that. So you know what he's doing? I'm not going to say on the air yet, okay, because I'm going to put it all together. And somebody suggested I put this all together in one long video. You know, I got a lot of people telling me how to run this channel, but a lot of you people are telling me how to run this channel. I don't see any support in the P.O. box. You like to tell people how to do it, but you don't like to actually participate yourself. Now, I'm not begging you for money. I've got along over 60 years without your money, and I'm going to make it just fine because Yahweh supplies my money. But sometimes people like to support an effort that they agree with. So for those that are in that category, I thank you very much. Now, I'm suggesting if you're spending money with Kapner, it's a waste. You're buying a lemon from him. And there's nothing that he tells you that you can't get elsewhere if you want it. Jew Watch by Frank Weltner is one good example. But answer this question and then ask yourself the question, what does Kapner need to do with 43,300 or is it $42,351 a year in travel expenses? So here's the form. It's $42,351 for the Form 990 filed in 2014. That would make it for fiscal year 2013. Well, before we leave Kapner, I wanted to say I think Kapner's now watching my channel because he's come out now with a solution. He's gonna end the Fed. He's gonna lead the call for ending the Fed. That's so old. I mean, I've heard that for 40 years, folks. And now Ron Paul, that was all he wanted to do was end the Fed, audit the Fed, audit the Fed. The Fed is only a small player in the whole thing. Okay, yeah, they're important here in the United States, and they have the currency that is taken, the reserve currency. Yes, yes, I got all that. Okay, but it's Rome, the Jews in Rome that actually control things, and they're the ones that hired the Rothschilds, folks. Okay, the person who does the hiring is in a much better position than the person who gets hired. Wouldn't you all agree with that? The Vatican, those who run the Vatican, and it's not the white Pope Francis, even though he is the first Jesuit in the history of the Roman Catholic Church to become the white Pope, but the black Pope, the black robe Pope, is actually the real controlling. But that's what Kapner doesn't tell you. That's the oil that's not showing up on the dick stick, and that's the fact that the car ran out of water, it overheated, and the inside engine parts are probably no good or won't last much longer. So that's all I want to say about Kapner. I'm here at Richie from Boston. He's saying that YouTube will not allow a live stream. I suggest that we get together, we put our minds together, we come up with solutions, not only as to how we can protect ourselves from what's coming, but how to even profit from what's going on. There's more ways to profit from what's coming than buying silver. Okay, there's opportunities out there that I see, but at my age I'm not going to pursue. And I want to show you my website I opened up here a while back. We're at twomindsconsulting.com. This is my site. I have plans for this, but I got other things I'm doing. I have a lot of interest, and I like to do. So I've got this as an idea. This is the idea that the mastermind concept that very, very wealthy people have used all down through the ages to get things accomplished. And I've been doing this all my life. I was a general building contractor. So I worked with the minds and the skills and the ability of a number of people to complete a project. Nothing new to me here, folks. But hey, if there's no interest, that's fine. I got a lot of other things that I like to do, and at my age, I better start or continue with those things, because there's no guarantee that we're going to live another day, folks, not even another hour. And I see that more and more the longer I live. So I'm going to end up with this. There was a communist with Jew thinking came on and told me that I should give away my knowledge and my skills and my experience for free. Just do it because out of the goodness of my heart. Meanwhile, he's a physician. He works at a hospital. I assume he makes pretty good money. He uses that money to pay the rent. Well, folks, I suggested to this fellow that he tell his employer at the hospital that he no longer wants to get paid. He's going to contribute his time and effort and his skill, all those years at the university, learning what he needed to learn to become a medical doctor. I suggested that he offer to work there for free. We'll see how long that lasts. That doesn't work, folks. Jamestown should have explained that to you. Should have been all the evidence you need to know that this idea of working for free doesn't work. There's over 300 videos on my channel for free, and I've got one video which YouTube doesn't advertise, doesn't promote. You can't even find it on my channel. I can't even find it, and I'm going looking for it. It's a private playlist, Coffee with Charles, for $1.99. We talk about a subject at length that I think will be beneficial to you, and I think it's worth $1.99. If you don't think so, that's fine. I don't really care, okay? And if we don't do anything with this, that's fine. It's not up to me. But I'm just making myself available with my background in construction, my background in real estate development, my background in economics, having lived overseas for over 12 years in 4 different countries. And by the way, if you want a free copy of my book, Deadbeat Dad, which was censored on Lulu and Amazon, I'll send it to you for free. Okay, but if you want a hard copy, you're going to have to pay for it. I'm not going to send everybody that wants a hard copy of my book, which I put in several hundred hours, and I think is a must read for many reasons. And also, I have background in legal matters. If you want to pay an attorney $200 or $300 an hour and have him give you his views, you just go right ahead, man. Knock yourself out. But you lose 2 times when you hire a lawyer. And even though I can't practice law, I can sure teach it, folks. So if you've got a legal problem and you want to support this channel, contact me and I'll do what I can to help you. But don't expect me to give you all of my information that I have gathered. Painful, costly experience and knowledge by being in the courtroom. I'm sorry, but don't expect me to give you everything I know for free. And I think any normal rational human being will want to compensate the person who's helping them out if they can. You know, I'm putting this in here as an insert because I think it's important. It's the lesson that I learned. While I was in high school and I was going out for football, probably about 15 years old, I answered a call. I got an ad in the paper to work, yard work. I answered this call, this fellow. I went out there. He had a bunch of yard work, pulling weeds and using a rototiller like this one. And that rototiller in that hot Los Angeles, Southern California sun in the middle of whatever it was hot out. I remember that. And I worked there all morning, all afternoon. We get to the end of the job. The thing looked really good. I did a lot of hard work, folks. And the man, the owner, young guy with a couple of kids. Remember, I'm 15. He goes, "How much do I owe you?" And what did I say? I said, you know, I do this to stay in shape, to get in shape for football. And he said, "Oh, that's great." And you know what? He didn't pay me. He didn't pay me. And I walked away from there feeling like an idiot. And I said, you know what? I'm never doing that again. I gave that man a benefit, and he didn't have to do all that work. And then instead of saying, "Oh, no, come on, I owe you some money, young man. You're going to school." No, he didn't pay me. And I remember that. And I do a lot of work for free, but I pick and choose who I work for free. And most people out there today, I'm not going to work for you for free because you expect it. There's a expecting mentality in this country now that you're going to get it for free. Somebody's paying for it. There's a cost and a benefit in everything we do, and somebody's paying for that benefit that you're receiving. Either the person who gave it to you or the money that was taken from somebody else in the hands of the government, and then they buy your vote with it. But somebody's paying for that benefit. And what I'm suggesting is that we share the cost and keep the cost at a minimum, and then we can get a lot done. If you agree with that, I welcome you to this channel. Now, if you can't afford it, you get a hold of me and we'll talk about it, and I'll do what I can, okay? I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. There's a lot to cover, and I'm going to try to pick and concentrate on what I see as the most important aspects of what's going on in the world around us. I see a lot of opportunity out there in different fields. There's another, before we go, I want to show you one more website I own. I put this website up while I was in Korea. You can come back if you're interested in it. It has to do with building shelter on the spot with shipping containers. And I was going to get this business going instead of the rocket stove business I did. But this site is just there. It's not making any money. If somebody can use it. I had a lot of ideas. If you want to find out what those ideas were, get a hold of me and we can talk about it. You can use this website if you'd like. I'm just here to help, but I got bills to pay just like everyone else. And I think most of you people realize that. And I want to thank you for your supporting this channel. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And may the grace of God our Father be upon us all, for we certainly need it. Upon us, meaning the Israelites, the Caucasian race. See ya.
You might go to church and sit down in a pew. Those humans who ain't human are sitting right next to you. They talk about your family. They talk about your clothes when they don't know their own from their own elbows. Jealousy and stupidity don't equal harmony. Jealousy and stupidity don't equal harmony. Some humans ain't human. Some people ain't kind. They lie through their teeth with their head up there behind. You open up their heart, and here's what you'll find. Some humans ain't human. Some people ain't kind. Thank you.